Hello, the Orc King. Sponge boy me buttons. I just injected myself with ketamine. Okay, do you want to know possibly the worst way that all that came to be? No, this is story time now. So I have a particular propensity for just my joints being shitty. I've dealt with like a little bit of arthritis, but it's not like anything bad yet. But my jaw occasionally pops out of socket just when I'm talking or yawning or trying to bite an apple that one time. And I yawned my first night in the dorms, my senior year of undergrad, and my jaw popped out. Normally, I can get it back in. The problem is, the other side popped out, and so I was just fucked. So I was icing my jaw. Against my wishes, somebody was like, oh, I had a friend who I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and basically text-to-speech at you. My jaw popped out. I need you to get me to the hospital. Friend didn't want to go and was freaked out, and so they called 911 and an ambulance came and picked me up, and it was like over $1,000 of shit that I couldn't afford, but I was in a pretty good mood the entire way there. I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I've had this ice. We're gonna see. Problem is that it swelled up so much that they needed to basically power through my muscles swelling up, and that would have been super fucking painful. And if they hadn't decided to sedate me a little bit, I would have possibly cracked my jaw, and the stress is what they told me. So they were like, okay, we're gonna sedate you. And just like text-to-speech with what? Ketamine. No! I'm sorry, it's what we know isn't gonna interact badly with your medications and everything. Fine. So, they doped me up on the cat tranquilizers. I am high as a goddamn kite. And one of my oldest friends, this is somebody who, like, has known me for for the better part of 2 decades, like, getting close to 2 decades now. Like, this is somebody who I have watched grow up. We ended up going to the same college for undergrad. He shows up because he's a good friend, and I had texted him and been like, hey, no, so guess what? My jaw popped out, and he's like, Buttons, are you fucking serious? Yeah. They're about to inject me with ketamine. Want to come? And he was like, holy shit, you need somebody to drive you home, don't you? Yes! So he arrives at the hospital. He, says, okay, I'm looking for Buttons. The thing is, the nursing staff made an assumption about how I dislocated my jaw. I didn't pick up on it. He did. And he decided he wanted to go ahead and embarrass the hell out of me. I was very pliable. I was very tired. I didn't really think about anything that I was saying. And so They gave me, like, the all clear. The minute they snapped my jaw back in place, I apparently vomited on the doctor's shoes. But they gave me the wheelchair to, like, get me out to, this guy's car who, basically he was able to say, like, I know this about her, this about her, this about her, this about her. And as they're wheeling me out, he goes, God, Buttons, you gotta stop sucking all that dick. And because I'm high as a kite and I'm not thinking, I go, yeah, I do. And I never went back to that hospital. He got it on video. So I wake up. This was like at 6 in the morning. He got me back to the dorms. I crashed until noon. And I basically thought the entire thing was a fever dream. And then I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, man, I slept in. Oh, my jaw hurts. I got a hospital thing. Man, ketamine does weird things to your brain. And then I get to the table with all of my friends. And in unison, they turn to me and go, Buttons, you gotta stop sucking all that dick. Excusez-moi? Okay. They also used a bit more ketamine than usual because I'm somewhat resistant to painkillers and sedatives. That's another story for another time. Tell you what, George, if we get another viewer on here, I will tell the story